Hello, you beautiful beings. Welcome to this video. Such an honor to be here with you all. A lot of my process recently has been being with like a deep clench in the heart, feeling like pulsating terror there. And when we have a clench in the heart, we can be really tempted to listen to its voice, to take our directives from its fearful kind of perspectives, right? A sign that you're really hooked into like either like a fear contraction in your heart or your belly, or maybe even your throat, is like superstition, paranoia, OCD, neurosis, perfectionism, having this inner self-judgment, right? These are all not the true voice. This isn't who you are. And it can be really, really hard to not get sucked into those voices when we have a deep energetic contraction in our body, or several. And so I've been going through this experience of disidentifying from the fear in my body, not invalidating it, not pushing it away, but not letting it run my life, not letting it overtake me to the point to where I'm believing the thoughts it's producing and then kind of basing my life's actions on those thoughts, basing my opinion of myself on those thoughts. And actually, when the contractions start to dissolve, there's not as much of a personality structure anymore. The thoughts are just thoughts. They don't have the pull. They don't have that, there's not that power to them that they're so believable anymore. And so this is actually what it's like to come into your power. It's not like some raw power. It's just like, no, the power of no longer letting fearful thoughts and your fearful energies dictate to you how you live your life, or dictate to you who you see yourself as. The power to no longer let that inner critic squash your heart-centered desires to express your truth, whatever that may be. Because the light wants to work differently through all of us. So how the light wants to work through you is going to be so utterly unique, and is something that's really never been seen before, because you truly are one of one. Your unique energetic signature, is yours. You are irreplaceable. You are invaluable to the collective. And the more you step into your uniqueness and your authenticity, perhaps more that these fear contractions will come up and tell you stories about why you shouldn't, why you'll be rejected, why no one will like you, why you're not, whatever, ready enough, good enough, X, Y, Z. And then, what it means to step into our power is we no longer give our belief to those thoughts. We keep our attention and our focus and our awareness rooted in the truth. And we hold space for the terror. We hold space for the feelings of terror. We don't mess with the thoughts, we don't try to change it. We don't do anything with the thoughts, because the thoughts will automatically shift and change and become less magnetizing and believable when we felt through the contractions in the body. And actually, when you feel through the fearful contractions in the body, your thoughts will be more inspired thoughts from the heart. They'll just be more thoughts of abundance and inspired ideas. And, I want to do this next, and this. I want to offer this. I want to share them this way, whatever. And the thoughts won't be coming from this place of, I'm going to do this so I can get that in return. They won't feel like that primarily. It will just feel like, I'm going to do that because it feels like joy, because it feels fun, because it feels expansive, because it's who I am. And so that's the process that I've been going through, is slowly but surely, and sometimes it seems to happen really fast. Like after a men's group, it happened fast. And what I'm talking about, slowly but surely taking my power back from the fear programming. I had a really, big experience of this happening after a really profound and potent men's group I went to. When you meet in community, there's more power there. There's more light there. There's more awareness. It's like your guys' vibrations together, your energy fields together, you uplift each other in a way that's really impactful. It can be hard to do this alone. You can do it, but it's harder and it takes longer. So having some community is good. So yeah, when we're in contraction, when we have fear in the body, that's in a contracted state, we're gonna kind of feel like a little me a lot. We're gonna kind of feel like that contraction, because it's got so much personality to it. So much, we're gonna feel so fragile. We're in the little me. And that part of you is fragile, right? But as we wake up, we realize we're so much bigger than the whole game of energy that's happening in the body. Yeah. And it's not like we have to wait for the contractions to fully dissolve before we take action on our highest alignment. Actually taking action on our highest alignment, following our soul blueprint, is a way that can bring in so much light to help heal and support the contractions. I've been making videos every day for about the last week now. This will be my 7th day in a row. And every video I'm making is bringing in light for the contraction in my body, for the fear. Even though there's been so many days, including today, that the fear will say, no, we can't. But it's like, that's not who I am. I'm no longer listening to that voice. Like I said, though, I'm not invalidating it. I'm not pushing it away. I breathe love into it. I hold space for it. I soothe it. I tell it I'm so sorry for what happened to you. I love you so much. It's like a parent. They're not going to just let the 2-year-old run the show. They're going to hold space for the 2-year-old. They're going to let the 2-year-old cry and scream and kick, and they're going to embrace it. But they're going to say, honey, here's what we got to do today. And that's what you do with the fear. It's like, hey, I love you, but I'm going to live my truth today. And at a certain point, you get so in your power, nothing can stop you from living your truth. I've seen this happen in one of my teachers who got very, very sick, and somehow he was still doing satsang. It's like, oh, okay. He's not identified with the illness that he's going through. He is identified as being the light. That's power. You are the light. And when you're identified as the light, the little me stuff doesn't carry any weight. Because that's where all the insecurity is found. It's found in the contraction, in the personality, in the thoughts, in the mind, whatever, in the fear. But when you see through that and that kind of, that stuff falls, it doesn't have the power to influence you anymore. There's just, you're just not using energy anymore in concern about what people think of you. You can also, from that place, take feedback much more kind of with a feeling of equanimity, because you want to be of service, right? So it's not like you're dismissing opinions and anything. They just don't feel like they're affecting your sense of self-worth as much anymore. That's been my experience thus far. Because you're because that was all tied up in a personality structure that you're no longer bought into anymore. You just know yourself as the infinite light, infinite love, as the infinite creator. You just are worthy. You just, that insecurity will never go away until you get clear on who you really are. You can't build yourself up enough in the personality, separate self sense for that insecurity to ever really go away. You can't get enough likes, enough views, enough loving comments, enough money, enough validation. You will always need more from that place, because its foundation is fear, is lack. But when you shift into knowing who you really are, security you just are secure. And from that place, you're more free. You can just do what you can, share how you want to share. Because you're one with your creator. You're one with who you really are. So that being said, my heart I was gonna keep this more, I'm in the moment trying to feel this out. I was gonna try to keep this group, I'm doing a group offering on Thursday. I was gonna try to keep it a bit more private, just sharing it with Facebook and Patreon. But my heart's saying, the divine's like, share it here. So if you wanna be a part of our upcoming group, I don't want you to feel like you missed out. It's on Thursday. For the details, you'll need to join the Facebook group. And I just ask that you answer the questions. Now, if I've had sessions with you and you've been a paid member on the Patreon platform, well, then I know who you are. So it's not as important that you answer the membership questions. Because what I'm trying to do with the membership questions is a few things. I'm trying to learn what your intentions are in joining the group, and also how I can best serve you, how the platform can best serve you. And it's also a way for me to screen if people joining the group are a good match, because I want to keep that space very safe. I want people to feel safe to share their hearts there and to bare their souls there. And so that's kind of like it's a way for me to screen if you're a good match for the group or not. And so if you're interested in our group gathering, well, there will be a short meditation and then an optional circle group sharing. You don't have to share, but we would love to hear from you. You'll need to join the Facebook community to get the information for that. And that's also a way for me to keep those group gatherings really safe for everybody. And just so everyone feels comfortable there. That way it's just like not anyone can just kind of join in from YouTube, and maybe I'll have events like that too, where it's just like, okay, this is just anyone can join, and it's going to be a little bit more like that type of energy. But for this first one that I'm holding, I guess I've done groups a while back, but it was a totally different energy than what I'm feeling for this one. For this group gathering, I just want it to be really cozy, maybe be a smaller to medium-sized group. I've already seen last night a few people had already registered, which is beautiful. I got really excited when I saw people registering. I was like, oh, yay, this is so fun. And it's going to be donation-based, supported by donations. So the link to sign up is there. The link to donate is there on the Facebook community. And like I said, to join, I just ask that you answer the membership questions so I can learn about you and so I can see how to best serve you, and also to kind of discern if you're a good fit for the group or not. And now if I've had sessions with you and I really know you, it's not as important. I would still love for you to answer the questions, but obviously I know who you are, so you'll be approved. Other than that, just sending you guys so much love. Thanks for being here. I hope these videos are helping you. If you would like to send a donation as a reciprocation for the energy of me showing up and sharing every day, I'll leave a link for that in the donation in the comments as well. So you'll have the link for the Facebook group and a link for donations in the comments. Okay. So much love to you all. See you in the next one. Namaste.